Hey, I know it's been a while and life happens. So for the next 8 weeks, I'll be learning about NLP. And I thought, why not put my study note out and share it into a video and also on my GitHub. So every week, be on the lookout. I will have a GitHub have a new push on my GitHub for NLP, and it just gives you a walk through the basics. And I hope you can go on this learning journey with me. But today we're going to be doing like pre-start, I say, definitions, look at the natural language toolkit, look into some basics, words counting and stuff like that. And then we'll dive in more next week. So while we're looking at that, I thought, we start off with what is NLP? The name probably speaks for itself, but the idea really is how can we help, or how can we help the computers to understand human language, be able to understand it, to interpret, to be able to manipulate, gain insight and do some analysis with that. So that's what NLP is. And as I mentioned earlier, the NLTK, as it's popularly called, but it is the Natural Language Toolkit. It's it's a library that has for like analyzing natural language, and it's really built using Python. If you want more details, you can go to the NLTK website. They have, how to install and everything like that. And that brings us back to, what do you need for this course? I'd say you need to understand some Python, enough to be able to go through some of the exercises. And also for me, one thing I always set up is a virtual environment. So have an Anaconda installed, or your other, set up your Python virtual environment, just because it's kind of like one of the best practices. And I have seen firsthand how great it is to have that set up. So first and of all, we're going to, I already ran all of this, but I'm going to clear it out so you can go through it with me. We're using Anaconda, so I'm just going to run through all of this. We're going to be using the Gutenberg, so you can check the Gutenberg out. It is a library that has like free ebooks. So for natural processing language, the idea is that you're dealing with unstructured data and documents. So what better way than to download some documents to see that? Gutenberg. So we download that to be able to get those texts from there. There are different texts that it shows us. Some, I'm particularly interested in the Shakespeare Hamlet. How many of you read that? I guess everyone has. So we have that, and then some simple Python stuff where you can see like the first 20 words in that text. So the tragedy of Hamlet by William Shakespeare in the year 1599. And we can do like basic words, like just relating to Python, like stuff you have also on your Python, like, being able to count how many times we have the word Hamlet. I want to say this is, I'll ignore that. This is, case sensitive. Paused for a while there. So Hamlet gives us that, and Hamlet returns 99. And then something else I learned also was to look at, are you curious about like the inaugural speeches they've had? Since we're still in that time, you can download all of the inaugural speech that has been since ever 1789 to date. I don't think they have the current one now, but this is it. And with that, you can go through the inaugural speech and see, um, how many words per speech, each of the speech, how many words, do they have. Some had is 147. You probably might be curious what was said in that speech, but yeah. And then you might not need to download this, but I had that issue when I was doing mine, so I have that downloaded. And the idea is we probably might be more curious about the speech, so I'm creating a pandas data frame out of the speech. Let's grab the name of the president, the year, and the average, count, the average words per sentence. So you're able to grab that, and then yeah, we create a pandas data frame out of that. So we're able to see all of that there. And then create some visualization. Curious about, what did a scatter plot here. I'm not sure if it was the best idea for inaugural speech to view, but just being able to create one with dash plotly, I think is really cool. You can check that out. Check their website out. They have like different kinds of basic chats and how you can set that up. I'll be sharing the link. But if not your thing, you still like your regular plotly and stuff like that, this is another way we can view to see how well the average words per sentence probably has gone down over time. So I guess people run action more. So that really explains it, for like the basics really, counting words, which is one of the things, like being able to figure out this text, does it contain this and all of that. So yeah. Also we talked about frequency distribution, something else we're going to look at, where you're looking at the number of times a word, Tolkien appears in the text, or how many times did Hamlet appear, where is it, and stuff like that. I think this is still relating to like the count in a way, I want to say, but yeah, we'll run this. So we can see, how many times you get to see a semicolon, a toe, and then Hamlet, of course, was mentioned here 99 times. I did notice that this appears to be similar to, it's kind of like case sensitive. So if I did run that, I'll get 0. So, yep. You can do some kind of like regex here, run some, try your regex to see how well you can find a word based on just a regular regex pattern of Hamlet and all that fun stuff. But anyway, that's for another day. And then to the fun pad, which is Engrams. So if this, as the definitions right here, refers to the combination of number of words that appear in a phrase or a sentence. So it could be 2 words or 3 words. You want to see 2 words, how they appear together. Let's have a sample text. I love Special Agent Gibbs, Abby, Dinozo, McGee, maybe, and also Ziva, not maybe, Ziva. It's my favorite original cast, and NCIS. So if we do that, we get our token words. If I could spell. So with Ngrams, you have the bigrams and the trigrams, and these are actually within the NLTK library. But if you were to handle more than just 2 or 3 words, then you use the engrams. For instance, right here, we can run the engrams to find two words. So, we call the engrams, we do a for loop, we find two words that go together, or, I love, love special, special agent, agent Gibbs, Gibbs and a comma, comma and Abby. So we're tokenizing each of the, I'll say words, but you get the gist. So there are ways to handle more than one. So from the NetQ util, you can get engrams. If you're curious on, say you want to see what the NLTK has, you can do the directory of NLTK, and that way you can see, more and more stuff that you can call from there. But anyways, so we get the engrams, and now we can try the same thing we did before, which is to see, two words. You call the engrams and you pass two. That way, just the same way we did the bigrams, and it gives us exactly the same thing. Another way to do it is if we're going to have this in, so we're looking to keep building on this project. The idea is I'm supposed to be able to like build something at the end of the day, and we can run, put in a function and just be able to do that. So still have the same thing, words, engrams, and all of that. So this is what I studied this week, as basic as it appears, but it's really, really enlightening. And I hope you get to join me next week, where I get to explore more on NLP. I am studying this using like different materials from Udemy, some blogs out there, just reading and seeing how I can learn. And hopefully we can work on this and build a project together, probably meet by the third week. Sure, to build a project and have a project in mind that we can build together. So thanks a lot, and see you all soon.